Hey, and if you're first time watching me, my new channel is the Next Generation News. The reason I call myself this, I'm only 16, so technically I am in the next generation of people in the great United States. The reason I'm doing this channel is because my generation is not really into politics at the moment, and that's understandable because we're young and we just still like to mess around and just have fun and not worry about all that kind of stuff. But we should really start getting into it more, because if we don't pay attention now, when we grow up, it is not going to be a good place. It's already not a good place as we speak. So yes, this is why I made that channel. I'm probably going to upload videos every other day. I'm going to try to, on current events and things in the news and such, all different nature. A little background on me: I'm going to tend to stick Republican, or not necessarily Republican, I shouldn't say that, conservative on most topics, because that's just how I am. But I do not blame Democrats for the way that they think. They have a right to think the way that they think. This is a free country. You can think what you want to think. So I'm not going to persecute you or anything like that. But there is one thing that I'm going to be doing today. It is I'm sure you've heard it. You probably haven't. You probably have by now by the time this video is coming out. But it is the quote that Obama made that if you have a business, you didn't build that. And to me, this quote makes absolutely no sense. Because if you have a business, you did build that. Last time I checked. But I'm going to roll the clip real fast so you can hear exactly what he says. And yeah, I'll catch up with you after the clip.
If you've been successful, you didn't get there on your own. You didn't get there on your own. I'm always struck by people who think, well, it must be because I was just so smart. There are a lot of smart people out there. It must be because I worked harder than everybody else. Let me tell you something. There are a whole bunch of hard-working people out there. If you were successful, somebody along the line gave you some help. There was a great teacher somewhere in your life. Somebody helped to create this unbelievable American system that we had that allowed you to thrive. Somebody invested in roads and bridges. If you got a business, you didn't build that. Somebody else made that happen. The internet didn't get invented on its own.
Hey, and I'm back after that clip right there. I get I don't understand what the president is trying to say. I don't know if I'm the only one that kind of gets confused. No, I'm joking. I don't get confused, but what he says makes absolutely zero sense in any way possible. I don't see any way you could possibly look at that and make sense out of it. Technically, what he says is, at the first part, he says, if business is successful, he says that he always hears that it's because they were so smart. Which, yes, obviously, I don't think he gets this. Some people are smarter than others. Yes, I know, it's hard to accept. But it just goes like that. So, it makes no sense what he's trying to say there, because people are smarter than other people. It's the way it goes. Perfect example: Steve Jobs built his first computer in his garage. So I'm gonna say he's smarter than a lot of people, and that's why he was successful. And basically, President Obama is saying, no, that's not why you're successful. Not because you're so smart. Then he goes on to say that he hears that people are successful because they're so hardworking. And then he says that there's a lot of hardworking people out there. Well, it might be the one piece of truth that comes out of this speech. Yes, there are a lot of hardworking people out there. But Some people obviously work harder than others to make a successful business. It's kind of how capitalism works, which he obviously doesn't get. So, what he says there makes no sense as well. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just simply explaining that it makes zero sense in any logical way. Just throwing that out there. Then he says that if you have a business that you didn't build that. Okay. Last time I checked, Steve Jobs founded Apple, and he built that. Just throwing that out there. Let's bring it down to small business talk and not large corporation talk. My mom owns her own business. She's owned it for 15 years. She details cars. Last time I checked, she built that. Just throwing that out there. She pays for her gas to go to her appointments. She pays for her supplies. She pays for her whole 9 yards. She built it with her own hands. In a sense, exactly. So what the president is saying is you didn't build your own business, which makes zero sense. It doesn't. I don't get it. If you didn't build it, who did? I'm curious. Did I don't even know. I'm curious on who he thinks built your business if you didn't build it yourself. So what he's saying, it makes no sense. I don't see how that crowd could applaud this speech. Not trying to be rude to President Obama and or Democrats. You can think what you want, and I respect that. But in my opinion, I do not see how they could applaud this, because this is the exact opposite of capitalism. This sounds scarily like a socialist speech, which is what our country is coming to. We are getting more and more socialist by the day. It's not going to end up well. I'm just going to throw that out there. So yeah, I will catch up with y'all in the next video, which will probably be tomorrow. I'm going to go over Obamacare and Governor Romney's pick as Paul Ryan as his vice presidential running mate in the 2012 presidential campaign. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for watching, and pick up with my next video. Thanks a lot. Rate, comment, and subscribe.